Hernandez originally was slated to fight a wrestler, and now you get a dangerous striker in Roman Kopylov, a man who was on a run of runs, 4-fight win streak, all finishes in those 4 fights, and then if you want to look at the wins prior to that, they were all finishes too, man. Like, this dude is super dangerous. I'm a big fan of Roman Kopylov, but this is a time where the paths cross. And again, I just don't think Anthony Hernandez gets the respect due. So when we're looking at a dude who I think is going to be very successful in this matchup, depending on the game plan he utilizes, opened at a -185 favorite. Right now, AJ, it's like you had to get the bet in early because he's now swollen to a -245 favorite. Like, it's pretty massive. Plus 200 comeback for Kopylov. A lot of people are saying Kopylov goes in and he smashes Anthony Hernandez. This dude doesn't have any striking. He's going to hit him with the big straight shots. He's going to back out, hit him with the head kick, and he's going to get it done. But my question is, AJ, what happens when Anthony Hernandez takes your best shot and then gets to the legs? And now it's going to be a long rest of the round right there, man. What happens then? If Kopylov goes down, can he get back to his feet?
I don't think so, Derek. I don't think so. And he asked what happens when Fluffy Hernandez can take your shot, laugh at you. Well, we saw it in the Edmund Shabazian fight. And right there, man, I mean, just the face that Fluffy Hernandez, the comfortability he was able to have in that kind of battle. Yeah, I mean, arguably, Roman Kopylov is more of a technical or has a little bit more flash to him in the striking. So that right there, this is what's so interesting because both these guys can get it done standing on the ground, whatever the case is. But I think Fluffy Hernandez is just too big of a step right now for Kopylov. Can it happen here, a couple months, couple years? I think that would have been a better time frame. But right now, this is a massive shot for Kopylov. Do you think it's too big, too much of a jump, Derek?
That's the thing. Stylistically, I just think it's a bad matchup more than anything else. I think Kopylov is super ready to take on some of the best that they have to offer, and he should be fighting everybody that is from 15 to like 25. I think that's a very fair range for him to be fighting in the UFC right now. But I think Anthony Hernandez is a 15 who fights at a much higher clip than 15 in the world. And he doesn't talk a lot. There's not a lot of hype behind him. It's just a dude who ends up ragdolling a lot of these people. And if you look at the last losses in his career, it was Marcus Perez, who is a very eccentric fighter right there, and Kevin Holland, right? So a TKO loss to Kevin Holland early, and then Anaconda choked by Marcus Perez. He had that fight against Jordan Wright and ended up being a no contest. But the point is, man, look at the streak he's on with the 4-fight win streak, right? Rodolfo Vieira submits the black belt Hunter. Like, come on, bro. Josh Fremd decisions him. Marc-Andre Barriault submissions him. And then, Edmund Shabazian, TKO. That's a run. That's a run. You got to respect it. But real quick, AJ, we're going to bring up the big screen because I want to assess numbers. Left side, Fluffy Hernandez. Right side, Roman Kopylov. This is really the main thing that I wanted to take a look at. Takedown average per 15 minutes, man. Almost fucking 7 takedowns per fight. Lots of takedowns. He's going to keep putting it on you. Cardio, weaponize it, right? 57% clip. 57% wouldn't be high. It wouldn't be impressive if it was like, 3 takedowns a fight, 2 takedowns a fight, right? 7. And you're hitting on over 50% of them. Like, okay. But then you look at Roman Kopylov, takedown defense, 92%. So we have to go and jump into the numbers just a little bit more. When you look at Roman Kopylov and you look at the amount of times that he's been taken down, hasn't been a lot. But if you look at the times that he has been taken down, what is the result led to? Albert Duraev, right? When he put it on him, it was ugly. Got him out of there with the decision. Got submitted by Carl Roberson. Remember the times where I'd be like, Carl Roberson can grapple, bro. This dude, you got to get him out. Yeah, this is what happens, right? So everybody else that he's fought since then, Josh Fremd, grappler, right? That's fair. Claudio Ribeiro can grapple, but wants to take your head off. Puna can grapple, but wants to take your head off. And then Alicio Di Chirico, who, again, can grapple, but wants to take your head off. Now you got the legit deal, man. You got the dude who wants to grapple, the dude who's going to try to sit there, might play the game with you just a little bit, but he's just ultimately going to say same game plan for everybody across the board, man. Gas you out and then fucking whoop that ass, man. So don't want to be overconfident on Fluffy Hernandez. I really like the play. I liked it much more at open than I do here at close with the, minus 250 or whatever, 245. But if there's something to like here, would it be one of these props? Would you throw him into a parlay? What do you like?
Ooh, Derek, I mean, the plus 175 submission, there's a reason it's one of the lowest bets for Fluffy Hernandez going forward. I can also see the decision happening, but man, stay away from the money line all day. I like the submission prop, but more than likely, Derek, I'm with you. Throw this one in a parlay, over, under, however you want to get it done, even if there's some, like you like one of the fighters, whatever the case is. I'm not with the money line, just like Derek said. If I had to choose one, I'm going submission plus 175.
Hardest for me to call. Over and under 1.5 rounds, over -155, +125 for the under. I have not been able to call it. I have not placed a bet on here. I could see it going super quick. I could also see this getting dragged out, thinking that Kopylov would be a little more tough than people would like to believe. What do you think, man? If you had to make a prediction right now, is this going over or under 1.5?
I think it's going over 1.5 by not by much, Derek. I'm saying round 2, 2.5, right in there.
Okay, right there. And then if he gets it done, you're thinking it's going to be some form of a finish, obviously, right? So TKO or submission. It's going to be an interesting one. For Roman Kopylov, though, this is the one thing that I don't want to just make it seem like we're just discounting him and we're overlooking him. He can absolutely finish the fight. It's just a matter of how long is Hernandez going to stick around on the feet and try to play that game before he starts initiating the grappling, right? What happens? He shoots in, catches a knee, catches a head kick. Kopylov will put you out. He'll put you out real quick. This is one of my prospects to watch right here. Soon will be in the top 15. Just not yet. Just not against Anthony Hernandez, especially not in a short notice bout where you don't got the full training camp behind it. That's my opinion right there. AJ, this is a Bloody Water Podcast consensus pick. You got anything else on this one?
Lock it in, folks. Lock it in. We're great on the consensus. This one's going to be a fun fight. There's a reason it's opened up the main card.
That's it. All right, folks.